Aloha. Good morning. Well, it's morning here, and I just woke up and wanted to share some things with you today. All about expectations and how things in life are not always going to be what we expect. So, I wanted to share my experience upon my arrival to this beautiful island of Maui that is something that really could help someone else about how you really think about things. When I arrived, all I thought about on the plane as we were circling the Pacific Ocean, everything was like, wow, I'm going to get off the plane, and as soon as I get off, I'm going to go straight to baggage claim and get my luggage and go outside and see my cousins. But lo and behold, because of new regulations and COVID, my journey began with off the plane and not straight to baggage claim, but to the desk. I was directed to an area and asked, did I have a QR code? And I said, no, I don't know what that is. So you had to go to a desk. A lady there helped me fill out the information. It was all about answers about COVID exposure. I told them that I had had my shots and everything. And once I left there, I had to get in another line to show the guy that I had gotten this QR code. Then I was directed to yet another table where the woman then proceeded to ask me, had I gotten a negative COVID test? And I said, no, I didn't know I had to. I thought everything was fine with my vaccinations. It's been way over 30 days. And she said, no, you have to have a negative COVID test, or you're going to be in quarantine. And I said, seriously? For the whole time? For the extent of your trip. Either that, or you can get back on the plane and fly back home. Well, in my mind, I was thinking of how many ways I could bore a hole into her head with my eyes, thinking, oh, I did not come this far to be treated like this. But I realized too, okay, she's only doing her job. She needed to call my cousin to talk to him to make sure that that's where I was staying, and to make them aware that I was being mandatorily put on quarantine for the extent of my trip. So, got past there, thought, okay, I've done all you said. I said, okay, I'll do it. But then I had to go to another area where I had to get a ticket that told them that I had stopped by the desk to talk to the other lady to say that yes, I agreed I had to be quarantined. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm on my way. I'm gonna go to baggage claim now. Nope. Then you have to take the ticket, drop it in a baggage, go to another secured area, talk to another person who talked about the same thing. I had to sign all kind of papers, because if you do not self-quarantine while you're on the island here, you'll be fined $5,000 or up to a year in jail. Now, anyone that knows me knows there's no way, darling, that I am going to go to jail for something as small as this. So I went through yet that, thinking, okay, not go to baggage claim. But then I had to go outside and around and back around to another area to finally get to baggage claim. Now, the reason I'm sharing this story is because sometimes we have expectations and we don't want anything to interfere with those expectations. We say, everything's supposed to go as planned. We don't want any kinks in it. But as the scripture says, sometimes we have to be content in whatever state we're in. So, if you think about it, this is where I'm staying. This is what I get to look at every single morning, afternoon, and evening. So, being quarantined is not an issue for me. This is peaceful. I don't have to be bothered with crowds. Just being fed and entertained and loved on by my cousins. So I'm content. My entire stay has been in the same place. I've been in the house. I come outside here to get some air and to take pictures. But you know what? I'm content. And sometimes we have to realize that we need that little chink in the wheel, I think it's called, when someone puts a bar in the wheel to keep it from turning. Because if I had not been on quarantine, I would have been wanting to go all the time. I would have had to go to see how many beaches I could go to and how many stores and what else can I do. But I believe that the Lord needed me to just totally just slow down and relax and look at his beauty and say, you know what, you can be content. So, hope this helps someone that everything may not always be as we want it, but realizing that there's always a bright side. I look at these clouds, the sun is beautiful, the sounds when before I get out of the bed, all I hear birds and I hear the ocean. What better state of mind could I be in? So remember that the next time you have any expectations, just realize that all things are not supposed to go perfect because we don't know what the ultimate plan is. Just like when you're stuck in traffic and you're mad because you're running late, you don't know what you were being kept from. It could have been an accident. On my way to the airport to even leave from North Carolina, I got caught in traffic for 2 hours. I didn't know why. I didn't know what was going on. But when I got almost to the airport, I realized that if I had not been stopped, I would have been involved in an accident where a tanker truck had overturned and closed off the entire highway. But I still made it on time. I still made it to my plane. So just sometimes sit and just be content, be relaxed, turn on your music, read a book if you're stuck somewhere if you can, and just realize that everything happens the way it's supposed to be. So enjoy your day as I will. I just got up and I am happy right now. Have a good day.